as of now. Everyone's here, right? Surely.
Chat, is this real?
As to what?
I don't know.
Who?
I don't know.
Okay. Whatever that means. Alright, if everyone's here, I'm going to press this button, and you have to reply, or else. Oh my god, that's loud.
So
I know the observer's here.
I'm ready for some
Ready for what?
Jeopardy.
Joe? Jeopardy? Why Jeopardy?
It sounds like Jeopardy.
Alright guys, I'm going to open up this onigiri and see if I can get it in one try. Alright, I did it. I'm the best. I gotta give my stream some ASMR real quick. How about you guys? You want some? What's with the face, Belle? Okay, here you go.
There's that crunch. Ooh.
Well. That's a YouTube Shorts moment right there.
Yep.
Done.
That's how you get the channel growth.
Yep. ASMR.
TikTok, YouTube Shorts.
YouTube. Yeah, TikTok. I don't even know anymore. I barely even realize what's happening. So Kane isn't here, huh?
I'm here.
Oh, he's there. Okay, so why is Snorlax not in?
But I am?
You're not replying to my
Oh, I thought I
break
did.
time.
I think I just alt-tab to look at it, and then I just close it back out to look at my social media.
Oh, so you got that short attention span. So if it was a TikTok with subway surface on the bottom, you would be able to look at it.
No, I mean, the only
right?
TikToks I really watch are one of fat dogs, specifically one named Butterball, or like the clean ones where they clean the mats over and over. Like I had to stop. That's why I stopped watching TikTok, because I was watching those for like hours. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? We're watching the mats being cleaned.
That's pretty fucking bad, bro. I didn't realize you had Gen Alpha attention span. Once you're on your roll.
Not Sigma.
Skibbity. Yep.
Yeah.
Kane, you have anything to add on to that?
No, nothing at all.
Not like Goon or Edge or Mog. Alright. Well, welcome to Soural Plot for Power, guys. Woohoo!
Whoa!
Our final episode. Again, I don't think this session's probably going to last more than an hour or two at most.
Oh,
but, I don't know. Anything could happen, I guess.
Brother.
We're gonna win, guys.
I'm pretty sure the only... Yeah, I mean... Alexander, you do have the deck in your possession, right?
The deck?
Yes.
I think I have it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is you. Yeah. Oh, I didn't even find where my spreadsheet was on who can draw. Or what cards are left. I have too many tabs. It's on here somewhere. Oh, here it is. Let's see. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Ah, yeah, 15 cards have been drawn out of it. Very interesting. Ethan, I'm going to pull you aside for a moment. The stream... if you're watching the stream, you better mute it right now.
I haven't muted.
I'm a metagame.
Metagame.
Alright, Ethan.
Yep.
You do remember that you drew the Fates
I have
card.
The card.
Yeah,
yes,
you have the Fates
I
card.
do know that I have the Fates card.
But remember, you can only use it... well, can use it at any time before you die. So,
Okay.
I mean, however you want to do it, it's up
so
to
if
you.
I crash the whip, I pull that out.
Yeah, you could. That's theoretical.
Okay.
But maybe start with maybe like make it really obvious when you're saying it, right?
Like
Or
when
you-
I'm going to
yeah.
use the card?
Yeah, like just mention
what do you
fate.
mean?
Just mention fate. That's all. That's all
Like,
you
I
have to
have
do.
to say the word? Okay.
All right.
Got it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Every card. What?
Okay. So you guys are gonna draw every card that you're planning? That's crazy. I think I have a limit on it. Yeah, you must. Yeah, you have to declare how many cards you draw. So
How many cards are there?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. There's 36 cards left.
Alright.
Well, that's what you assume when the deck is full. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Draw 36. Like we just stacked 1,000 Uno cards on top of each other and someone got fucked.
Well, I mean, who knows? Who knows? That being said, who wants to do the recap for a last session? That's so awesome. Any takers? Any volunteers? Put it on your resume, maybe? Did the final recap for the last session of a campaign?
It will default to me if no one takes it up. Yeah.
Well, now we know.
Oh yeah.
No one wants to volunteer.
Alrighty. If we are ready.
Yeah, sure.
Wait, I'm not ready. Hold on a sec. I need appropriate music.
Oh, of course. I'm just gonna put some sunscreen
There
on,
we go.
don't mind me.
That's what I need. Now I'm in the second sphere, mics. Alrighty. Previously on Soural and the Plot for Power. The battle continued. Unfortunately, however, as Zilthax's anti-magic cone passed over Duch, he sadly disappeared. Soon after, the party managed to bring down Zilthanax, Sanguishir finishing them off as a quiet memento to an old friend. In Zilthanax's death throes, they unleashed a multitude of eye-rays, which ended up hitting and destroying a number of the vats, freeing the creatures inside them. The souls of the champion of Lackland, still under the effects of Raxon's spell, returned to the physical body. Returned to the physical body, spoke something in Celestial before he disappeared in divine light. Raxon proceeded to gloat about sending the champion back to where they came from, before he activated a glyph containing a fireball, and revealed that the strange creatures were in fact once Ursine. He then activated the teleportation circle, teleporting away. Though shocked at the fact that Bernard almost caught him. The rest of the party started to deal with the remaining creatures as Bernard managed to recognize Leaf's scent coming from the unconscious draconic creature. Bernard rushed to get to her side. Once the rest of the creatures were dealt with, Jin rushed to Alexandra's side, pleading for her to bring her mother back. Alexandra was forced to disappoint her, however, saying the magic in her book wasn't able to help her mother anymore. Similarly, after seeing the state his wife was in, Bernard also began pleading with Alexandra, though got the same answer. He even turned to Sanguishir, who haphazardly magically surged, to see what would happen, but his wild magic only seemed to find the situation as funny as he did. Alexandra attempted to console Jin, but Jin lashed out instead. After shouting at Alexandra, Jin once again resolved to kill Raxon. Alexandra agreed to help, but tried to urge that there were there had to be more to life than revenge. Alexandra then got a double dose of it, as Bernard, while calmer, also lashed out. Alexandra then remembered a page in Wizard's book. After flipping to it, revealed to Jin and Bernard that while she and the book herself were not capable of it, there was magic that could fix and bring back their loved ones. She promised them that after all was said and done, she'd make it her life's work to bring their families back. This got mixed reactions from Jin and Bernard. Jin urged the party to take action and find Raxon, and realized that the teleportation circle could potentially be activated and used again. The party then attempted to corral the apes to the circle, and eventually, with much difficulty, were successful. After Sanguisir managed to find some potions, Jin, Alexandra, and Bernard managed to activate the circle, teleporting the party. While Jin's intention was to go directly to Raxon, something seemed to go wrong. Instead, the party was shunted close to the Mage's Tower, back in the city, as meteors continued to fall. The non-ape members of the party urged Sanguisir to drop concentration on Folkwin's polymorph. Sanguisir responded that he found that boring and was assaulted for it. He decided to relent, and Folkwin returned to normal. Folkwin then proceeded to have a conversation with Emperor Glenn, who revealed that it was his wish for the kingdom to no longer need an emperor, but now realized his folly. The party started making their way towards the Mage's Tower, intending to regroup and figure out where Raxon went. On the way there, they found members of the Eye and Earthsign fighting against some of the mages. Folkwin proceeded to turn himself into Luck, and told the members of the Eye that he had the mages handled, and that they needed to go reinforce the gate. The members of the Eye eagerly agreed and pulled back. The party noticed that the Earthsigns listened to their commands, and that they had collars on them. Jin then proceeded to shapeshift into Aldara and began to convince the mages to let them inside. It was successful, and the party was led inside by Aldara. There, they encountered Maximilian, and while he was confused, Alexandra and Aldara managed to convince him enough to let them go by, and the party found their way into Aldara's office. Once inside, Bernard laid his wife down, and the party began to figure out their next course of action. Resolving to get into contact with Aldara, the party began to look around her office. They managed to find a number of spell scrolls, including one of sending. Alexandra took it and directed it towards Aldara. After speaking her message, she waited for a response, but got none. Realizing that if Aldara and Raxon are going to be anywhere, they'll likely be at the Cock building. Alexandra asked if Sanguisir could get them there faster, and after remembering an applicable creature and finding another mana potion, Sanguisir confirmed he could. After saying one more goodbye to Leaf, Bernard was turned into a huge flying dinosaur, ready to carry the rest of the party. Jin then broke the window in Aldara's office, but with this change in pressure, she was pulled out the window. Maxwell quickly managed to direct Bernard out of the window and successfully caught Jin before heading in the direction of the Cock building. And that's where we left off.
Yeah, that is very real. Ooh. So true. Before we start, I am going to roll some die. Give me a moment.
I'm getting emotional if that's the last recap.
Yep.
Let's see.
Do we recall? I think I said what season we are in, right? A long time ago. I feel like I did.
Oh God, I don't remember.
I'm gonna say it's summer.
Yeah, I feel like it was.
Love to see it.
Go back to the beginning of the recaps. See if it said anything. Don't think so.
Another one. What? P6. Okay. Right. So, Bernard, as you carry everyone here, because we are using variant encumbrance. You are a little bit encumbered. So your speed decreases by 20 feet, and you have disadvantage on all attack rolls, as well as dex, strength, and constitution saves.
That's a good thing, my big boy.
Maybe. I want my good old buddy old pal, who's directing him, Maxwell, to make a nature check. Well, okay. All right. Good to know.
After playing Pathfinder, that just feels like shit.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I know it's like pretty alright, but
Crit fail for sure.
It's enough for you to succeed. That's all. All right, so 12 is enough, as you are able to guide and steer, direct Bernard through this thing. I do want everyone else to just make a whatever check they want that feels appropriate, that would allow them to kind of like hang onto Bernard. It's not exactly the most comfortable ride, and definitely getting bearings. Bearings are being made right now, so.
Does the fact that I have spider climb, yeah.
I don't. I mean, it only applies to just looking at it. Move up and down vertical surfaces.
Things, so.
Yeah, vertical surfaces and upside down along ceilings. Also, you can have advantage on whatever you have. It's fine.
Okay.
It was all of us, right?
Yeah, it is all of you. Okay, 21. Alexander can't do any worse than that. What is your
sleight of hand check? To, like,
Yes.
grab in case anything.
Yeah, that's fine. What is your minimum, anyways, Kane?
I don't have proficiency in acrobatics.
Oh, you don't? Okay, but on your skills that you are proficient in, what is your minimum? Like,
Depends on what the skill is, but
It's 10 plus the bonus.
yeah, it's 10 plus whatever my bonus
Okay, so
is.
I'm gonna say, like-
for sleight of hand, it's 23.
yeah, that's great. Okay. Yeah, you know, you're gaming, no worries.
Yeah.
Okay, so because Bernard's speed is at 60 instead of 80, I'll just say the time to normally get to that place is just cut in half. But not all is well. So we're just gonna do 2 rounds of some hazards that occasionally pop up. So I'm gonna roll another D100.
You don't have to.
73. All right. So you will notice that today is quite clear for the weather. But because you're pretty high up here, Mr. Bernard, some high winds are more likely to occur. So I want you to roll me a D4 for me. Ouch. Okay. So, the winds are... You're going against the wind, so you're going to lose some speed.
Winds howling.
Yeah. As you see the city, just like the image in front of you, up in flames. You see lots of ash, smoke rise up from parts of the city that seem to be impacts of large objects that probably were hurled from the sky. You still hear this shouting, screaming, just the chaos that is all happening in the city. I need to change this fucking music. That being said, you do notice another meteor making its way down. It's nowhere near you, but you are definitely going to get hit with whatever impact air pressure.
Meteor impact.
Yeah. As it crashes down onto the city, inflicting more damage. You do notice up in the sky that there are still more up there. It's just they are either just being held in place or just being waiting to be released. So I want you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, Mr. Snorlax.
Oh, wait, it's disadvantage because I'm uncovered.
Yes.
Fuck, I got a natural 20, man.
Quite a shame.
Thinker.
Boquin, shove the rest of the people in the bed. Put 'em in the hole.
Okay, so this is just going to impose disadvantage on you guys' checks as you guys just kind of hang on. But this can be counteracted from Maxwell if he's able to grab the reins of Bernard and get him a little more afloat. So Maxwell's all on you. You can just make this check.
Dex.
Nature, animal handling.
Nature.
If you can somehow justify another skill, I'll allow it.
I don't think there's anything else I want to justify.
Wow.
Ooh, let's
there you
go.
go. Okay.
Let's go.
I'll just say.
Steady, Bernard, steady.
I love to see this friendship.
Smooth sailing.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys won't have disadvantage on the next check. This check and the one after. So I'll just say that. I'll just say Maxwell just completely ignores the next one I was gonna have anyways. So that's great.
Huge.
So you guys can make another skill check for me, whatever you want. That would justify you kind of, keeping yourself on Bernard here.
Yo, sleight of hand, does that work?
Yeah, sure. Wow, that's crazy.
Jesus Christ.
31.
What'd you guys say about Pathfinder? I think I'm still playing
Literally. Literally Pathfinder modifier.
That's crazy. Okay. Yeah, you guys, Jen. Just roll. Okay, you succeed.
Thanks.
Ooh.
Yeah, all right. I'll say as well, this happens over the course of the 30 minutes as you make your way there. Or well, 30, 40 minutes because of the wind going against you in this case, and Bernard. But how would you guys describe the atmosphere on top of Bernard, on his back, I guess, or neck? Are you guys just watching as the city burns, or you think to yourself, or what's coming up
pretty
ahead?
jovial.
Maxwell's really focused on
It's
driving.
pretty cool.
It's pretty tense for him right now.
Jen only has one thing in her mind.
All right. What about you, Folkwin?
Neutral as far as anything goes. He cares more for the dead than for the living, so
Well, you're gonna be busy right after this, it seems.
yeah.
Guess you'll be doing your job. Okay, next round, I'm gonna roll another D100. 39.
I rolled a 39.
No. It's because I had your character selected, so don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you'll notice as you fly above the city, making the final stretch towards the cock. The meteors that have landed, the smoke, it seems to had an effect on the weather today, or at least now, as you begin to see clouds, white clouds, grayish, I guess is a better color to describe it as, begin to fill the sky, and you begin to see this small flecks as it begins to rain, likely ash down, and the burning smell definitely permeates very thorough throughout it all, and this is definitely not the best air quality you want, but the sight of Jorora combined with this makes it look like it's an apocalyptic place. That being said, as the sun begins to become blocked, as oh my god, it's so loud. The sun begins to fall down, set, as evening approaches.
Yes.
Yes, it falls. Wow. As the sun begins to set, I'm going to have Maxwell make a survival check for me. You're good at these, right?
No. I'm not good at anything with
Let's
wisdom.
go.
Oh.
Foken can help you if he wants, so you can get advantage.
I'm gonna put on my breathing bubble.
Oh god.
I mean, does he get like a bonus?
I have an
Like,
inspiration. Can I reroll that?
Sure.
How can
Does he
I?
get-
How can I do the help?
You can just help him. So you don't have to use your inspiration, so you can get advantage. So you can reroll again, Maxwell.
Okay.
Take whatever's higher. Lucky you.
I think maybe that. Maybe
Yeah.
just that.
All right.
Okay.
You will notice as the clouds fill the sky and the smoke, as well as the ash falls, or the smoke rises and the ash falls throughout the city. You do notice that your senses feel off for a moment. Maybe your judgment is quite literally clouded. But in the corner of your eye, you do see people on the ground, on top of roofs, of the top of the houses. Sorry, I can't speak English. And they seem to be taking aim at you. So,
Taking what?
taking aim at
Aim?
you. Mhm.
Okay.
Oh.
So, I'm going to need Bernard to make a dexterity saving throw. Maxwell, you make this roll for him normal, so he takes whatever. Well, his 3 was his first roll.
should I just reroll that? I don't know.
Up to you.
What do you guys think?
Likely. I don't know. It's disadvantage, so I don't know.
Well, I'm taking the first one, so it's.
Oh.
I'm just gonna reroll it.
Does the breathing bubble allow me to see unclouded?
No, it allows you to breathe like you had perfect air quality.
What the hell?
Well, your 1 was your first one. That's unfortunate.
Did I have inspiration last time? Probably not, but
No. Plus, inspiration resets every session, bro.
alright.
Well,
Okay. Can I unfurl my magical hole and
I will
unfurl
say
it on top of us
no because you need to place your portable hole on a flat surface.
on a flat
Yeah.
surface?
Not exactly flat up here.
Okay.
But, okay. So they are going to take aim and start firing at you. I will say those on top, minus Maxwell, can try to help, whether it be fire out arrows or any of the projectiles that are being shot at. Do your best to kind of assist in taking less damage for Bernard. So if you want to try to do something that is a way, just tell me how you do it.
Can I firebolt the arrows? Surely they're burned.
If any get close to Sanguiseer's area of the thing, he'll wave his cloak at them.
Okay.
It deflects attack rolls.
Ah, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I would imagine you more on the tail end of things, kind of just standing there.
Yeah, if it comes
Yeah,
close
yeah.
to him, he's not going to do more than that.
Yeah. All right. Alexander, do you try to assist?
I don't really know what I can do to help him, but
Okay.
You can
I'll
give him a
pass.
help action.
I don't really
Blade ward.
I don't really have anything.
I'll cast
Blade
Blade
ward.
ward on Bernard.
Ah,
Shoot arrows out of the
Okay.
sky with your
Sorry.
arrows.
Blade ward.
dude, but Blayward is so ass. I can't believe you actually have that spell. It's so niche.
I don't.
Yeah, but Baldur's Gate 3.
That's true.
Resistance against piercing.
Yes, normally it's
Hey,
self.
yo.
It's normally it's self, but I'll allow it here in this case because it's also technically gonna probably inadvertently.
Oh,
hurt
it's
you.
me. Okay.
Yeah, no, but I'll allow it on Bernard, so this is
Okay,
fine.
Okay.
Okay.
cool.
I have nothing.
All right, that is fine then. Make an attack roll for me, Jin. This will determine how much damage you reduce. Not the full amount, but some of it.
I think she's just gonna do like the actual firebolt, so I guess I'll just roll that.
12. Okay. Let's see. I wanna. Okay. Bernard. Okay, both are gonna hit you, Bernard. With 2 things. Because rolled a 1. This is gonna do some extra things. Oh, I can't type. Okay. So, Jin reduces the damage by 6. Bring it to 18, and you would take 9 points of damage. Alright. And I want Maxwell to make another survival check for me.
I'm gonna cast guidance this time
Okay?
Huge.
on
D4.
Maxwell. Yeah.
Put that D4 in, pal.
I'm out of flashes. Fuck.
Yep.
Does he
Yeah,
get
you know you have guidance, bro. You can add D4.
Okay. I
Does
know,
the DC like lower since like the situation for Bernard?
No.
gosh. Well,
But I am looking for a certain number. As it would. And that is the certain number I'm looking for.
Let's go.
Okay.
beautiful.
I love
Okay. Bernard, make another dex save for me. At normal?
Normal, okay.
Yes, no disadvantage.
Guidance is still once a day, right?
The disadvantage again.
No,
but
it's
still
not.
7.
Oh,
Dude,
then I'll guidance everyone.
That's for ability checks, I believe.
Oh, okay. So
I am not rolling well.
What happened? You were rolling well yesterday.
Use it
I
up.
was not for most of it.
What do you mean, bro? You came back. Let's be real.
I came back for like that last like 2 fights. I locked in. Actually,
Okay.
2.5.
Right? That does, both of those do hit you again. Those that are trying to... Okay, Jin, make an attack with disadvantage, your firebolts. Sanguisier, one is going to come your way.
Disadvantages.
Well,
It's already disadvantage.
and he shall billow the cloak, so D6 1 plus 8, so 9 times 3, so 27
Okay.
is for like a single
Mhm.
arrow.
Single arrow. Alright, I'll reduce
Unless
that.
it's fire based, then it's
Mhm. I'll reduce this by 8 then.
Okay.
In this case. So, alright. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Alright, let's see the damage.
it's this thing.
Okay, you will reduce damage by 17, leaving it with 13 points of damage to Bernard. Okay, with this, you find yourselves escaping whatever bombardment left from the ground forces, and you arrive at the doors of the Cock meeting chambers.
Let's go.
As you arrive, you will notice that normally there are guards here, but the guards that are present are dead or unconscious, it seems. Anyone that can make a successful DC 15 medicine will know their state.
I'm not on it.
Medicine?
Yep.
Yeah.
No one is on it.
This is going well.
Trust me. I'm a doctor. I lied.
This is crazy,
This is
man.
going well.
All right.
Sanguisir will, if we've landed, just kicks one, just like, yep, dead.
Yep. You do realize these guards here are typically the ones that are, how do we say it? Like, for example, like Lady Ava, she would have like her elite guards. It's that equivalent. These are like the most skilled out of the houses, or for whatever house they would represent, or whatever
Council
organization.
guard.
Yes,
Sort of
stuff like that.
Okay.
And
Can I talk to their spirits?
make a religion check for me.
Religion check. Religion check.
3. You notice that their spirits have been ripped from their bodies. It's no longer present. It was a forceful entry.
We tell the party their deaths are not natural.
Are there any red stuff on these bodies like Jin's mother?
You're gonna have to remind me what red stuff means.
I don't know. You described. This is out of character. Something like Void Arrow.
Oh no, that is not present. No, none of that is present here.
Is that on every body, or just Feebles?
Just Feebles, I believe. I'm not too sure. I can't remember
think-
what you said.
I remember it was on all the bodies, like Thorb, Jin's mother, and Feebles.
Regardless, you will find that in their chest areas, as you kind of try to look at these people's bodies, or the guards that were posted here, slash marks that are very reminiscent of likely a humanoid that probably has claws for hands, potentially. And Falcon, you would also realize that a demonic energy is left there as well.
I would share that to the party. A being with claws and the ability to suck the souls out of its victims.
Wonder
Kill
who it
these
is.
words.
Yeah, I wonder.
Really, it could be anyone.
Anyone.
Yeah. Or just
She's
an
gonna
earth sign.
conjure. She's gonna conjure her sword.
All right.
Does anyone tell Bernard to? Is Bernard's not able to undo the transformation by himself, right?
No, I think it's up to Sanguisir.
Jin looks at Sanguisir.
This is so fucked up again. This is so
Yeah, you
fucked
can
up.
do it.
Yeah, wanna do it again, Sanguisir?
Well, he's the bird now, so he can't hit me on.
But I can.
Anyone who has a
I'm just saying, a big bird might be useful.
anyone who has a passive perception or passive arcana of 14 can realize you can probably force Bernard out of his thing if you hit him. But
Oh, I got 15 on that.
okay. Yeah, you can realize you can force
Like,
him
I
send him
can,
out.
I will say this. I can let it go. But that'll be it. No more.
Do we need a big bird or a big bear?
I don't know.
You lot can make this decision.
What
Neither
is
watch.
what is the big bird's intelligence? like
mean, he-
It's two. It's not nine.
Yeah, but Bernard can't speak anyways, so it doesn't matter.
it-
Hmm.
Bernard deserves to see justice delivered through his own
All
body.
right, I agree.
Yeah, let him out.
Yep.
Suit yourselves. Snaps his fingers, and no drop concentration.
Okay. All right. So, as you find yourself at the double doors, the large grand double doors that would enter into the clock room. You can tell just approaching it. And these doors are pretty soundproof, so to speak, but it's dead silent in there. And normally, like when you've come in, normally it would be probably obvious, and at any point that it would probably be a rowdy time if the city was under siege. That being said, that silence is unnerving, as even in this general area, it's minus maybe meteors being flung from above you. The entire place is silent.
He's gonna try to stealth.
I'm gonna sniff around to see if I can smell the cat or anything really.
Hmm.
Should be an advantage. Like it's a 19 for that.
I will attempt to hide as well. I don't know if you need me to roll, but
I'll probably never ask you to roll. I think. I think there's only maybe one scenario I will ever ask you to roll stealth, maybe. Like that's it. All right.
Hide behind Bernard.
if they're
He
looking
looks.
right at me.
Okay. Falcon, what about you? What do you do?
I'm gonna cast guidance on Bernard.
Okay. I'll say his next ability check will have a D4. Bernard, you definitely smell faint traces, more recent traces of the cat. It's most evident on the bodies, but after the double doors, you can't really find anything else.
The cat was here, if that wasn't obvious enough.
Mm-mm.
Can't smell anything beyond the doors, though.
Does it just stop at the doors or just randomly?
I'll say your sense of perception is being hindered by the doors.
I can't smell beyond these doors.
And then.
Wait, what?
Let's open them then. Won't get anywhere standing out here.
I'm gonna draw now just in case.
Okay. Who's opening the doors?
Probably Bernard, I would assume.
Okay. You will notice they are quite unmoving, but you have a feeling you might be able to push these through.
Tries pushing them.
All right, make an athletics check with a D4. Does anyone have a passive arcana above 16?
Oh.
Yes, I have 17.
17? Okay, you will notice
Passive
that.
Arcana. Oh.
Yeah, above 16.
Do I get advantage on this somehow? Probably not.
How about Sanguisir make
Oh, help. Yeah.
Sanguisir, make your help action through whatever charisma skill you want. So just...
Oh, I feel 2 bad ones already.
Mm. They're all the same, technically.
I know. I want to know how you want to do it.
Sanguisir is gonna, like, kind of devil on the shoulder, like, gonna stand next to the man, and as he notices Bernard struggling, just, like, in his ears, just going to say, "The man who did this to your family is right behind those doors. Are you gonna let this stop you? The mighty bear? And let him go free?"
See him start breathing heavily and his muscles bulge out.
Oh, okay.
Make it pushes again.
Yeah, again. Advantage as well.
Oh, an advantage.
Yeah, make it again. Okay, 24.
Ooh.
Oh, 28. Okay. That is going to be enough. As Jin, as you see Sanguisir say this, you were about to say, you see an arcane lock on the door. You recognize it as an arcane lock, but Bernard just pushes straight through it. And the Dorge burst out of pure emotion from Bernard.
You see him keep on pushing. It kind of falters for a second, and you see Sanguisir whisper in his ear, and he starts pushing. Like, slowly open it.
Looking.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to adjust our marching order real quick, so don't mind me.
Can I give guidance again to Bernard before we move in? Can I auto guidance Bernard?
Whatever, dude. Sure. If that's what you want, then you won't be able to take any other actions other than guidancing him.
Yeah, I could just break concentration, right?
Yeah, sure. Okay. I am going to move you guys somewhere else. Real quick. Okay. Let us begin. So, as you enter in the room, you will find yourself the sight of the Cock round table up ahead, with Archbishop Alaric present, Aldara present, Raxon Shadowblade himself on the other side, as well as Alaric Bluefrost looking at the map of what seems to be the continent of Raktura, with his back against you guys, as you make your grand entrance. Those that make me a perception check, unless you have a passive perception above 16.
Mine at all.
Above 16 or equal to 16?
16 or greater.
This is based on smell?
No. Sight.
Can I do one based on smell too?
Sure. Is there anything you're trying to
so
smell
first-
for in a specific?
For the cat, although I can see him already, and any other creatures hiding.
Okay.
So the first one will be my normal.
Okay.
Whoa.
D4. So that's my sight.
Jesus
And then
Christ.
this one is... Okay. I get advantage on smell, though, so 20 feet.
Okay.
Holy guac fucking moly. I'm back, baby. We're so fucking back.
You'll find, as you approach, you realize, Bernard, that Aldar and Archbishop Alaric are basically... You would realize a dagger, even a punch, could kill them right now. as well as Raxon, who is quite injured, more injured than you saw him. But one thing you will notice, Falcon and Bernard, is they seem to be locked in place, almost paralyzed even, all three of them.
What about Alaren?
Alaren, as you speak of him, turns around and looks at you all, and he says, "Welcome, welcome. Please come, take a seat. We have lots to discuss about."
Don't mind if I do.
Does his reaction smell like the cat?
Yep. Alaren will see you,
business with this
Sanguisier,
one.
kind of look quite surprised. You will kind of gesture Sanguisier to kind of take a seat right here, or here even.
Okay, close. Turn the chair around a bit.
Yeah. At this point, as you guys make your way closer to or take a seat at the table, yeah, you would realize that Aldara, Alaric, and Raxon are all kind of frozen in place. The only thing that is moving seems to be their eyes.
If I don't take a seat, like let's say I begin moving towards Raxon, does Alaren take like a hostile look towards me?
I mean, he's looking at you, but what do you want to do?
I have business with this one.
As you approach, he'll brandish his staff, and he says, "Take a seat, Bernard."
You expect me to be calm after what this thing has done to my family, my people?
I don't expect you to do anything, but take a seat. And he looks at you with just a glare, and you rarely feel fear, but you feel a shiver run down your spine.
While all the attention is on near the stairs, can I get my magical hold and shove the Archbishop inside it?
Make a stealth check with disadvantage.
As a stealth check?
Yes, with disadvantage.
Stealth.
Oh, it's not disadvantage, right?
Make an intelligence saving throw for me, Folkwan.
Intelligence. Why do I need to make an intelligence?
Nice knowing you, Fulton.
A spell is being cast at you, but you don't realize it.
I'm trying to protect the Archbishop from further damage.
Well, times you can't expect everything to go your way. You're going to see a lance magically appear, and it is shot at you, Folkwan. And you are going to take 76 psychic damage. And you become incapacitated.
76? Okay.
So that means you cannot take actions.
Oh, 76.
Yes. So you can't take actions or reactions for the next time being. As this gets shot out at you. He looks at Jin and Bernard. Take a seat.
Oh, man.
Does Raxon react to either Bernard or Jin approaching him?
Like I said, you just see him. He's unable to move. The only thing you see moving is his eyes.
Exactly. So who does he look at?
You guys are positioned. He can't really look at either of you.
I see.
It's probably just like this.
You won't take a seat.
I'll be sitting here.
That's very much.
Oh, you just kicked him out of his spot. That was his desk.
Bernard moves the chair closer. That's okay. If Aldera doesn't glare him, if he does.
You will notice that Maxwell hasn't taken a seat, and you'll say, "Well, Maxwell, yourself? Or do you fancy being by the desk?
Yes, I'll have a seat.
Thank you.
Does Adara glare at him when he moves the chair closer?
Towards
Raxon?
Raxon?
Yeah.
Aldera? I
Why is
mean,
Aldara almost dead?
I mean,
Sorry,
Alaric?
Alaric. What up, Alaric? Sorry. No.
who knows? But you'll realize that he'll permit it, but it's like you're kind of, you're playing with fire right now.
Yeah, well, this guy fucking killed his family. He's right, not killed it, but he moved the chair right nice and comfy right next to him.
I mean, the moment you pass here, he's gonna throw something at you as well.
Okay, fine.
What do you mean fine? It's happening anyways.
He's throwing a spell.
Oh, I'm looking
yeah?
at him. I'm looking at him the whole time. I'm not like just. No, I'm looking at him the whole time.
I mean, okay, hear about this. He will the moment you start creeping a little bit more than he wants you to, he'll move his staff just slightly more.
Okay, I'll just. If he looks like he's about to fire at me, I'll stop it where he's going to fire at me. How about that?
He'll
Before he fires at me. Like,
he'll kind
the
of like
second I see him.
he'll just tell you to move back a little bit. Finally, some civil conversation. I apologize, Folkwin. But
I can't talk, right?
you can't take. I don't think talking is an action, so you just can't take any actions or reactions for a bit.
Okay.
So, we're finally all here. Finally. Well, we're missing a few, but I think, as he looks at you, Alexandra, Alarin, says, I think you can represent those that you're associated with.
Very well.
He will take a bow and says, allow me to formally introduce myself. I am Alarin Bluefrost. It is nice to meet you.
Pleasure to be meeting you.
Yes.
How do you know our names?
Well, it's not exactly. Let's just say I've been keeping my eye on you.
Why?
Oh. And he'll point to the tome right here that's on the table. Mostly because of that. That being said, you are a variable I did not foresee coming as part of this group. But I took it upon myself to learn the names of those that is important to this mission. As you can see, your good friend Aldara, the Archbishop Alaric, as well as our feline friend here who's taken the humanoid form, is present.
Question. It's a dumb question. Is his hands backwards in human form?
What do you mean by that?
Like, normally, Roxasha's hands, they're like this.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like they're backwards.
They
I'm
look
scared.
human. They just look humanoid, that's all. He will walk down from. Actually, I don't think Dispel Magic is touch.
No.
It does not. Okay. He will just point his staff and target at Raxon, and you'll see him turn into a different form. Which he reverts to his true form. So you're going to see, oh boy, a Raxasha in its full glory.
Oh, I've seen this one. It's been a long time.
And he'll say, allow me to introduce you to the real person. It was quite hard to achieve a name of a demon, a devil, really. But this is Kassar. Kassar the Deceiver. And as you can tell, him, Aldara, and Alaric are not having a great time right now. As they are kind of frozen in place. Now, what's important to me is, and again he points at the tome. Fortunately, our friends, and he looks at Aldara from the Mages Guild, have figured it out. They have deciphered the tome. And this needless plot for power, you could say, can end here.
Whoa. You
Roll
said the name.
credits.
Roll credits.
What are we? Some sort of Suicide Squad?
God.
Hmm.
But I want to hear your thoughts, those that collected this artifact. And I truly want to hear what you envision the city to be under its next ruler. Let's say you were the next ruler. How would you envision the city to be?
Was he
And
asking specifically, or is he asking me?
he's asking everyone, but because I'll say, was that a Tisk, a Bernard, like in character?
Yeah, he turns his gaze from Kassar to him.
Okay, he'll say.
Kind of an angry look in his eye as he says, "What?"
Says,
What's getting pissed off by him?
well, Bernard, since you have so much to say, why don't you begin?
Under my rule, I have no interest in a city with such parasites in it.
As it looks to Kassar and the Archbishop.
I see. Root out the corruption. If that's what I'm interpreting, right?
In a way. But I'm not fit to be ruler of a city like this.
You look
Well.
over to Alexandra.
She would be far better than I.
I'm not looking to lead.
Just a hypothetical.
Or I look to Ardura and Archbishop and say they would be far better.
I see. You look at Aldara and Alaric? Or are you just saying Aldara?
Ardura and Alexandra, sorry.
Oh, okay, there you go. I was like, Alaric, that's crazy.
My only interest in this moment is you.
He looks like Kassar.
He will just nod his head and he'll say, well, let's, speaking of Alexandra, I know you said you don't want to lead, but what do you envision if you were?
If I were to lead, I would, I would push for a form of government where the common people had more of a say in who governs them. Some sort of democracy where people could vote and have their views represented. Failing that, a representative of the different communities and factions that are seen throughout the city. I would like them all to have equal representation within the government.
Very honest and honorable thing to achieve, strive for. Give everyone their fair chance. Something this city has definitely lacked in its history.
relying on a single monarch is a bit of a gamble every time.
That is true.
And I don't think we should gamble with the well-being and welfare of the citizens of the city. One bad king and the whole thing comes crumbling down.
He'll look around the table and he'll have his gaze look at Maxwell. Maxwell, you are of more common ancestry. What do you do?
They'd remove the sanctions that are placed upon magic users and their merchants. And I'd enact policies that allow the city to thrive as a magical hub of commerce.
Business. Something more akin to Mayset, where it's strategically placed, put in a position to thrive, using one of its greatest resources, in this case, magic. You'll skim at Sanguisir, and he looks at you and he knows. And you have a feeling you know who this person is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he will look
You're
at
just like,
Folkman.
what's that?
Yeah. He definitely sees the big smile you got. He'll look at you, Folkman.
Do I get any insight behind the big smile and the exchange that happens between Sanguisir and Alaron?
Make an insight check for me.
Insight check. It's a high 13.
I'll say there's definitely some sort of a history between these two, but you're not too sure as to what.
Okay. So I have no inkling if everyone's about to die or not, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll answer the question then. Quinn. You know my gifts, Alaran. You must know this, right?
I do.
I am in contact with the old emperor, and the old emperor wanted to do away with an emperor. I am also in contact with other dead folks, and I believe no living person can rule the entire empire. It should be the wisdom of the dead that guides everyone living, with the condition that no dead person can be brought back to life. That
There.
dead, though, need a spokesperson, and I would volunteer my gifts for it.
Very nuanced take. Very intriguing. Very unique. He smiles as in response to Folkman's answer. Bring a unique perspective, Folkman. I think you would be valuable to anyone. And then he will...
Not me. It's the wisdom of the dead that will be valuable.
You say that, and I partially agree. But let's say there is no medium like you again. Then what?
I will have children.
And what if those children cannot bear the same gifts as you did?
Then it will have to wait until my children's children get the gift.
A lot of hope for the future.
The children are the future of the world.
So real.
Mhm.
Speaking of children, he will put his eyes at Jin. What is your response to the question I've asked at this table?
Voting equality crumbles down as long as people disagree, as long as there's enough people with different intent. I believe we can already see how different everyone at this table thinks. Nothing useful would be achieved. We need a strong hand. Strong hand to clear burdens off of this world, to find a safe place for people like me. The right power should fall in the hands of the right people. And as she said that, she looks at Kassar and then scans around the whole table.
Who decides who the right person is?
I don't know.
How do you trust one person to choose who and who isn't vermin, as you put it?
I'm not sure.
And what about when that person dies?
We are speaking in a completely hypothetical world. This is just how I would envision it if I were to rule. Assuming that I'm the right person.
Elarin inches forward, makes his way down the steps, grabs the book. He says, well, when you were all sent out on this mission to retrieve this artifact, it was said that the question of who would be next fit to rule would be answered with this. And I believe with this artifact, we can find out many things. Many questions that aren't subject to morality, race, political garbage. Unbiased, unkind, but also merciful in a sense. I imagine you've all met our wonderful friend, Archbishop Hilaric, and have seen his perspective on things as they are. How he likes to approach situations, how he likes to treat different types of people, as well as maybe you've gained some insight as how he likes to approach the situation at hand as well.
I've seen how he likes to use his god as an excuse to further his own personal gain.
Would you agree with me in saying that he is selfish and not fit to be in a position of power?
I would.
He looks around at the table and would end his gaze right at Bernard.
Bernard, who's looking over at Elarin straight at Kassir, would look down. Just is he seeing if I agree with him?
He's just looking for a response, it seems.
It's only fitting fate dead at my feet.
Picks up the book and walks back up the steps. As his back is turned against you all, he looks at the map of Fractura and the human continent. Points his staff, and Sangosir, you would notice that he's sending effectively a fireball at this. As this map
Just
burns.
From
And
this.
the map burns, a hole is blown through. And he overlooks the city in ruin. Chaos.
A low chuckling will occur from saying this here. Just that.
I may not look like it, but I do care for the denizens of this world, and I do want to speak of a matter, the matter at hand. Unseen to everyone but me. And then he turns around and looks at Sangosir, and maybe you. And then you will see him cast another spell to his staff as he does. The arcane surrounds him, and you will notice a different form take place as you do see Renan appear in front of you. And he says,
Good to see you again.
As he sighs and he says to Sangosir, it is intriguing to see yourself in this time period.
Got interesting.
You were always fascinated by what was most interesting. And as Renan looks at you all, he says, if it wasn't obvious, I never really died. But I did sacrifice something when I was alone that day. And that being we saw is only the start of what's to come. Unfortunately, I think what I'm about to say and the solution I'm going to provide, you might not agree with.
Well, let's hear it.
You see, as he waves his staff around, he basically would show you like a hologram, effectively, of what's happening in the city now. You'll see angels with the bears, crazed bears, as well as the Eye of Shadows. Members, or what's left of them, wreaking havoc. And he'll say, if you turn your attention to these angelic beings, they are Not as what would seem. And I imagine, as he looks at you, Alexandra, you've read through your ancestor's journal. Or tome, I suppose, it would be mentioned there. Or maybe Sangreseer enlightened you on what happened all those years ago. He looks at you, Sangreseer.
Sangreseer.
So can you repeat?
Oh.
I misheard. Yeah.
He basically said if you told of what happened hundreds of years ago with Alexandra's ancestor.
Okay. Signature Josco. I certainly mentioned a few things. Got me into the viewing body, as it were. Have you been looking into that? You know. You seem to wanted to know more last you heard of it. Well, last I remember you hearing it.
Indeed. I have spent my life since doing whatever I can to learn more. And our friend here, as well as Alaric, whether he intended to or not, are pawns of this greater scheme.
Behind it.
You see, the angelic beings that come, that say they are messenger of gods or representative of gods, are in fact working for something else entirely. Something that will bring this world to ruin. And behind a room far away, it is slowly being unleashed. With my brother no longer being around as of recently, as he takes a moment, he says, as the greatest mage of all time no longer ceases to exist as of this point, my brother, it leaves us vulnerable, susceptible to these otherworldly beings, and I have no time or the patience to play politics any longer. My other siblings may not agree with, well, we've never agreed other than maybe my brother. He was more reasonable in his younger years. Since he is gone, it is just up to me. You see, at the end of the day, I love the people of this world, wish to save them, but I think only under my command, albeit with people with various backgrounds, various intentions. Working together alongside me, will we be able to protect what's left of our home? But I have no need for those that don't agree with me. And as much as I hate to say it, Alaric is one, despite his presence on this world. Raxon is also another, or Kassar, I should say. But no matter what I will do, this fiend will always come back. And those that want revenge as he looks at Jin and Bernard. It's something that only I can offer.
Bernard turns his gaze from Kasari to him.
Again, what I am proposing is come under my tutelage, you could say. And the city will see no politics of what race, who you're from, what you practice, but as a result, those that oppose will have to, well, earn it or kill me in the process. But ultimately, you try to kill me, or if you somehow succeed, your last line of defense might disappear and you will live your short lives in whatever way you wish.
If I do join you.
Say that again.
If I do join you, what about my wife and my kid? What about the Earth sign?
Well, the Earth sign will be free to live as they please and be welcome, whether it's through forced, or I should say, unwilling acceptance.
And leave in Thorpe.
I will say only, and he looks at Alaric, only he has the power to potentially undo what was done.
How do I know that you will not turn on us if I join you ever?
Well, as he smirks and he says, I don't think you'll live long enough or outlive me to see it happen. I can only offer you what you want in return. If you find yourself useful, I can give you what you want, or at least to the abilities that I possess.
Reddit.
Yes, Bernard.
We have a possibility of saving my wife and kids, but we need a powerful mage. Do you understand what I'm getting at? If you're able to help me, I'll dedicate the rest of my life for you.
Well, what do your companions have to say? I've only offered things to these two, but
My top priority is seeing that the city is stable and that all peoples can find a safe home here.
even if I were at the top, that does not bother you? Controlling what dictates what is allowed and what isn't?
If we put limitations in place that assure that you must hear the viewpoints of others in the city, then we can maybe come to an agreement.
Jin scoffs at that.
Maxwell, yourself? I know you're not much
So-
of a politics man.
Renan's trying to convince us to appoint him as emperor. That's sorry, I missed a little bit. Am I on the right track there?
Basically.
That and like there's kind of an invasion going on of angelic beings being commanded by a particular god, and he implied that he's quite possibly the only one that can really hold the line, since his brother died recently.
Oh.
The most powerful mage in the world.
Do I feel like
Now
he's
it
telling the
falls to
truth?
him.
It's hard for you to discern,
Okay.
but sometimes you do realize that sometimes something too sweet can be bad for you.
What do you plan to fight off an invasion of angelic beings with only a single city behind you?
Well, I plan for all of Fractura to come under my command, as well as whatever's left in the desert and surrounding. That is technically already my domain anyways.
And what's your end goal for acquiring all of this power?
Well, this is my home. Like I said, I care for the people, as you know. Though I care for more that make themselves useful, to me at least. But the end goal is making sure things are in order, as many things are still lurking, slumbering, or hidden below. And don't get me started with the maniac in Viserva.
As emperor, what will you do to take care of the people?
Ultimately, I would let that be dictated by my council, and you could be appointed there.
Who else?
Well, I have no need for many. And unfortunately, the house that sponsored you is one of them. You would be taking their place instead.
I see.
I would like Folkwin to be on it, but considering his neutrality on things, maybe
What,
you'd rather be on the field.
AJ, what was that other house? The one that
Naz?
you didn't like?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's Naz.
I'll
There's also Serpent
ask him.
Dancer.
Yeah, I'll ask him. And what of House Naz?
Up to its core,
I would see them rooted out of the city. Is that something you'd agree to?
their son, who we refer to as Lil Naz,
Oh my
Go.
god.
is malleable. I would see to it that he could be turned into something greater than what his family has dictated him to be. But I would at least rid of the Serpent Dancers where both Kingsmen and Serpent Dancers have history that they don't speak of, but, well, the Serpent Dancers are
He's gotta be
more obsessed with, well, on top of their association with the Eye of Shadow, their obsession of gold is something I don't see of value. Do you know of
What
the
is it?
secret? Let's see. Yeah, go ahead.
What is it that you see of value then?
People that are of use to me. And
Use to you in what way? What do you mean? What does it mean to be useful to you?
well, in this case, the interests of my domain and those that can be trusted with keeping up the ideals, even traditions, I suppose, that I see fit. I have no issue with people as it is, but the things that make up these people, whether it be their flaws, bonds, that is really the root problem. I want to grow, foster people. Zia smiles. More like me.
Magic users?
Not necessarily.
Then what
We
do you
can-
mean?
Those that can make decisions mostly for themselves, but not be corrupted, whether it be good or bad, by doctrines.
So people of conviction.
That's one way to put it.
And that is what it takes to lead. If you fill your council with people like that and actually heed their advice, then we have an agreement.
Well,
It seems like you have already determined who is the right person in power, Alexandra.
And who is that?
She
The only
smiled.
one, the only one here that can save us? I don't see we have much of a choice.
I must say, for the near future, this generation, the next, the things I'm looking for are those that can be, well, not that they can be, but they must be ready for the upcoming battle ahead.
The dead are asking, how much more powerful are you than your brother?
I'm insignificant in comparison to him.
Well, if he died,
Then
and
you can
you're
die.
insignificant compared to him,
And who will rule when you die?
Well, I don't plan on dying anytime soon.
Not a plan. I'm sure your brother didn't plan on dying either.
Well, he had a weakness that I did not.
The question still remains, if and when you die, who will take over?
Over the hundreds of years I've lived, I've always planted seeds in places that are important. maybe you might not have been a seed I planted, but whatever you instill, the next generation will have to carry us forward, whether we like it or not. At that point, I have no choice anyways. Maybe the world will be thrown into chaos once again.
That is what I'm worried about. That is why we need a proper plan in place.
Well,
you saw what happened when the last emperor died.
that's true. But I didn't fill, and I don't plan on filling, the council of bickering idiots.
So you're saying that when you die, the council will rule?
He'll, look behind him to the open hole in the wall. He says, loudly enough that you can hear him. I suppose that is what will happen, but who knows? I'm not too sure if history will repeat itself. But I'm more cautious. I'm a lot more prepared in comparison to my brother. I foresee many things, and I believe I can guarantee this plan that will be enacted soon enough.
See. Jin, you mentioned that you wanted a single ruler, a strong guiding hand, but you don't seem to be happy with the one right in front of you. So, who did you have in mind?
I never had anyone in mind, really. But at this point, I think he may just be the one. You know what I want, Brennan.
Your mother?
More than that.
He'll look at you with a side eye. You'll look at Kassar here. Unfortunately, I can only really give one of you the satisfaction. But who will it be?
One of us the satisfaction of what?
Killing them. Sorry.
I can only send one to where he came from. That's the only real way this thing will die.
The best option will be me.
It's lovely this time of year.
I bet.
But
Here's a question. If you were to send one person, and that one person was theoretically carrying a portable hole, would the hole and its contents travel with them?
Well, no one has really lived to tell the tale, so I wouldn't be so sure.
In your expert opinion, what do you think would happen? I'm sure in your hundreds of years alive, you have traveled to different planes with such an item in your possession.
I've only actually been to one. other plane.
That's enough.
It's actually your ancestor who was the one who was able to do that. He was more intrigued than I ever was. It was a shame when I had to kill both him and his wife when they got in the way.
Got in the way of what?
The twist, I love it.
Got in the way of what?
They weren't so keen on the plan I effectively had in mind. They did
The
everything
plan
they
that
could.
you are seeing to its end now.
Yes.
And why did they disagree with it?
He'll look at Sanguisir and he'll say, he considered me obsessed, mad. They wanted a different future. And it was not one they agreed with.
So you killed them for it.
Indeed. But I was young. And I
When you were
realized that
emperor,
people have their uses.
When you are emperor here, if someone disagrees, you will just have them killed.
No. I've learned from my mistakes. If I had the opportunity to change how things went all those years ago, I would have kept them alive. I'm sure. Rizzard was very close to extending his life anyways.
Would you have saved them out of the kindness of your heart, or simply because you think they'd be useful to you?
Rizzard and his wife were friends. Despite how things ended, I still consider them my friends. But
I'm sure they feel the same way.
well, I think I wouldn't have saved them from the kindness of my heart. I think their kindness and the kindness I possess are a lot different. I was willing to make hard decisions, not them.
Alexandra, do you have the book?
I do. What did you have in mind?
Brandon's a powerful mage.
He is.
He was trying to gaze to Brandon.
You know that book? I presume.
Speak of Rizzard's Codex.
Yeah.
We do.
I wonder where that thing went.
Back to what I was saying before.
I have it, as is my birthright.
No intention to steal it away from you.
It can cast a spell that can save my family. But we're not powerful to cast it. You are.
Let me be clear, Bernard. The things that have been done to your family, even Jin's family, I don't possess it. Only Alaric does. The only thing I can
Make
give you
him.
is... I will say, Wizard's Codex is, as when I was present with it, with him all those years ago, even it had its limits on what it can and cannot do. And I suspect it's been imbued with Wizard's magical energy, and I think whatever you're going to try to do with it next might not be in mind what you want.
Turn his gaze over to Alaric. I can't imagine you'll be willing to save my family.
As Alaric kind of is just sitting there in basically a frozen state. As you look at him, you're going to hear a voice, Bernard. It's that same voice that you had in Wizard's Tomb.
Oh, brother. Oh, brother. Oh, no.
That's a problem.
What was the voice? What does it say?
Going to say to you, oppose Alarin Renan's plan and work with Archbishop Alaric.
How? There's no way I can do that. What? And I'm forced to, right? Do I just...
What?
Then,
That's fucked up.
if you're not able to do that... You see Bernard just... Does something happen to him physically? Like, does he get like a little stinge or...
I'll say your fur stands up, and as you begin to say these words, or begin to speak, the whispers as the voice whispers away, fades away.
Do I, like, know what I'm saying?
You know what you're saying. You're just compelled to listen and do it as it says. But it will say to you,
Fuck me, man. Where's my happy ending? No!
The endings? What?
I don't think any
Damn.
of
What do you
us. I
think
don't
you were
think anyone's
signing up
getting a happy
for?
ending, bro.
No!
God damn.
Okay, so as I listen to the voice, does it continue?
it'll say, their God can give you what you want.
See Bernard stop while he was talking and looking at the lyric. And then turn his way towards Renan. And if you're not able to, and he is, doesn't understand that he's better to rule.
Alarin Renan is going to just scoff at that. Tell me, Bernard, Renan says.
You can see in Bernard's eyes that he's almost disgusted with himself.
Sure. I am just simply offering a choice. You don't have to
thought he was
refuse or
compelled.
accept. Well, this is for some. That's for something else. Brennan is speaking.
Oh, I thought I was being compelled.
I mean, you're already being compelled in that
Oh.
way, but what Alaren is saying, in
Sorry.
response to what you said, Brennan just says, I'm just offering a choice. Accept it, or don't. The only thing I can give you is the death of this one.
I'm not able to defy the voice at all, am I?
No. You signed a
And-
contract.
It wanted me to help Alaric be in power.
No, it said oppose Renan and aid Alaric, and you'll get what you want. All of it.
I'll kill him. Oh, and he struggles to find words. He tries to think of anything that can, like, Alaric still has his uses.
Not in my eyes.
No. I'm not sure many things have use in your eyes.
That's not true. There's a reason why I initially organized, handpicked all of you in this group.
I was not.
Yes, you're the variable that I didn't account for. But it seems you might be able to take another one's place. What will it be, Bernard?
But I can't. I have to oppose him. I can't. Oh my god! Fuck me, man. Oh my god. I don't know how to oppose him. Oh my no. Free
I
Alaric.
mean,
Get
now
this-
a second.
Say.
Please go ahead.
Free Alaric, and I'll get this one out of your hairs.
Make a persuasion check. You have a... You could... Yeah, just roll a persuasion check.
I did get that 20, don't I?
Hold on.
That's not bad.
85. Brother, no! I don't like this. I don't like this at all. No! Can we have a beach episode?
You had it
That's
yesterday.
No!
Remember, it's a holiday episode.
Please.
Now wait for Christmas.
Renan is gonna say to you,
Please do an insight to realize what's going on, Renan. Please, I don't want to. Please, Renan. Please. I was so on board until like a second ago. Surely he notices something.
Oh,
No.
Bernard, this isn't you.
You don't know me. I need my family back.
Renan is gonna say to you, you do realize... Well, you don't realize what you're asking for, Bernard. And what will come of this from your request? I honestly
Bernard,
feel
I know
compelled
you
to
better than
listen.
anyone other than one person.
You know what's going on. I need to do this, Alexandra. And he tries to put like a little, I guess, force in his tone to convey what's going on.
Renan, something's influencing him.
Oh, I'll tell you what.
I know. I'm honestly compelled to oblige. I feel compelled. I think even Sanguisir would enjoy this.
Then what was the point of this all? Just another little game of yours. Someone like you isn't fit too well.
Neither is Alaric, Bernard.
Quiet, Maxwell.
Wow.
You're acting unusual.
Maxwell, it's not him.
From here on out, the contract is null and void. My family matters more than all of you.
That may be true, but you wouldn't betray their memory and work with a man like that. We all know it to be true. I know you're desperate to get them back, but the Bernard I know wouldn't do it like this. Would your wife really want to come back in this way? If this is what it took? Selling your soul? What would she say when she came back? She'd probably kill you herself.
I can't. That's what it takes. Whatever. I can't imagine she'll say normally. I left her alone. What would you do, Alexandra? Would you have some magic way?
This happened to my family. I'd find a way to do it in a way that they wouldn't hate me afterwards.
Is Bernard able to convey that he's being controlled without any backlash?
No.
Am I able to? Or am I?
Nope.
As Maxwell sees that Alexandra's trying to talk Bernard down, he's going to try to use his wand to dispel magic after she said that he was being controlled on Bernard under the table. But yeah,
I'll say one more thing to Alexandra. You couldn't even be a friend to Voldem. Shut up.
Damn.
Your words mean nothing. They carry no weight. Don't act like we're anything more than just a contract, an obligation to each other. The obligation has run out. That's it.
You think the promise I made to you was nothing?
I see a better option in front of me. You would do the same.
This isn't a better option, and you know it.
He says nothing.
Maxwell, as you point your wand under the table at Bernard with Dispel Magic, roll a d100 for me.
Please. Please. Please.
D100. Pretty hot. Can't lie.
I mean, if you reverse
Maybe.
them, that's a
Yeah.
funny number.
It's true.
Yo, can we get a guidance on that for a D extra 4?
Oh, true.
Flash of genius.
You don't even have any. You really don't even have any.
Please let that be enough. Oh my god.
Alright, Make an intelligence saving throw for me. Maxwell.
Yeah. I'm pretty wicked at these.
Flash of
Good
genius.
enough, though.
I don't have flash of genius.
Fuck.
I've been out for a while.
Fuck. You have an inspiration? Can you like recharge it?
Yeah, I get inspiration for D6. Or wait, can I recharge an ability?
I
What do I want more?
I think
A
you
solid D4.
you need 2
I'll just
inspiration.
roll. Can I just roll the 1 inspiration then for D6?
I'm gonna say even with the maximum amount, you will fail.
Okay, never mind then.
Well, you could re-roll it,
That's
right?
true.
Yeah, sure.
Go
let's
for
do that
broke.
then.
Go for a nat 20.
Yeah.
That's the best you could do is a 27, right?
Mm.
Oh,
That is
25.
still a failure.
Can I give him my inspiration?
I'm gonna
Do a
say
stockpile.
I'm
Stop. Please.
I'll only allow it if you can roll a 10 or lower on a D100, Kane.
A 10 or lower?
Yeah.
Okay, easy.
Easy?
That was so cool.
Damn.
Can I try? Can I do a D100?
No.
Please.
All right.
Please.
Question.
Yeah.
I'll ask a question. I don't know if it'll be enough to help in the first place. But can Sanguisir sense something interesting happening?
You can DM me if you want to clarify.
Yeah.
Or you can just say it out to the table, I don't mind.
I have. Sanguisir has bend luck. He could add a D4 to this, theoretically. It's my guess is it's probably at least a 30, so I don't think it'd help in the end. But he'd need the justification of sensing something like interesting is going on. Obviously.
Make an Arcana check to see if you would see. That's what's... Okay, no.
7.
It would be a no.
You didn't roll the guidance? You're on auto guidance, right?
I think you said you were doing it to Bernard.
On Bernard, yeah. Oh, right.
Oh yeah, yeah. One
Also, you
thing
can't
I
really take
said.
actions right now, but it's fine. But nonetheless, it
Yes,
would be
I can only talk.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Well, Maxwell, as you try to dispel magic on Bernard, you are going to see a flash
What?
in your head. And normally it would be a flash of genius
no.
here,
Yeah, normally it would.
but instead, you are met at another table, a long one.
Oh no!
And it reminds you of Alexandra's dinner table back at her mansion. But at the other end, you see a humanoid.
No!
There's no face, just pure light as it makes up the shape of a humanoid. As it cuts into the food that is presented on the table. You see it take the food from its fork into its mouth that isn't there. It consumes it, and it points its fork at you. And you feel compelled, as your mind is linked with Bernard.
No.
Breading.
No.
And you feel the same compulsion as he does.
Two of them. Oh, do we see that, or it's just
No,
within?
just him.
Okay.
It's in my head, and now I think Alaric is the rightful emperor.
I won't say he's not the rightful emperor, but it seems you feel compelled to oppose Alarin in every scenario.
is when I tried to put the Archbishop in the portable hole, did I at least manage to put the portable hole on the floor?
No, the moment you tried to take something out,
What? How
got-
did he even know what my intention was?
doesn't matter.
Okay.
I think the only person that
Okay.
could beat perception of Valerian is Alexandra.
Okay. I would tell Bernard, if you remember the last time you were under control on the ship, what we did to regain control.
I have no interest in the words either, Falkman.
Oh, Folkwind shrugs.
Yeah,
You make like a persuasion check or something? I don't know.
Uh,
I don't remember what they did, to be honest. I mean, I don't think Bernard can even.
All right. Well, as this happens,
I can't move, so all I can do is talk.
Valerian is going to stay. So that's your answer, Bernard?
I'm not able to say no, am I? Can I try? Can I bite my tongue? Can I bite my tongue as my...
Make an athletics check. You need to get a... What is the maximum you can roll? 28? Okay, well.
I have guidance though, right?
With guidance? And then no, he can't take any actions, but I'll allow it in this one instance. But you basically need to get a natural 20 if you want to be able to do it.
Oh, I don't have it. I use my inspiration earlier. Fuck me. Can I get like advantage since it's for my family, like the well-being and Volan's memory? It would be disrespectful if I did it. Can we get like a bro code going?
If you think about it, Volan is also part of them, technically speaking.
Yes, but he's being used. He's a tool. Bernard, he thinks it spits on his like body, his whole memory of him.
Well, he made his choice.
Can I?
He made his
What
choice
about
for you?
what about my kid? What about my wife? What about my like the whole people?
Dead and a lizard.
Well,
Can I
the
try
voice
to
said it can give you what you want. All of it.
Just it said oppose Renan and everything, right? And free Eric.
It said oppose Renan, but aid Alaric, and as it whispers away, fades away.
Do I sense satisfaction in what I'm doing if I accept this from it?
Begrudgingly.
I accept this.
Yeah.
So no begrudgingly do what I want then.
Well, I mean, like, you begrudgingly know this, like, fact, but...
Like, I know it will be satisfied with this outcome, right?
It's what you want.
See, it's what I want, or what's...
I mean, what do you want? You want your kid, your wife, and you want to kill this thing in front of you, right?
You get everything in one fell swoop.
Fuck. Please, what a horrible fucking outcome.
Yeah.
Do it. Do it.
Yeah, I'm satisfied with this, Renan. I don't think the fools over there know what they're talking about, especially Alexandra.
All right. You've
I know
made your
this isn't
choice.
you.
You don't know me. The person you knew best was Volan. You couldn't help him at all.
Volan didn't want to be helped. You do. And not like this.
Proving my point. You don't know me.
You surely make a lot of assumptions, Alexandra.
You too. This is You've been here for what? A few days? You don't know what we've been through.
Yes, all I can see is that you're not succeeding in convincing him.
Because he's being influenced.
As you say that, Laren is going to look at you, Sangosir. I know your antics, and I know what you like to do. Which side do you wish to take? Obviously, I know which side it is, but I can't gauge what it is more for you.
I mean, I kind of want to see how this plays out. But what I was going to say is, provided things stay interesting, I'm at your service. But this is fun, as he points to like the situation on the table.
Does Bernard know that the voice has corrupted Maxwell?
Nope.
Oh, Alexandra, who knows me best in this room?
Who knows you best in this room? Probably Maxwell.
You talk in his place. He's accepted where I am.
I believe Bernard's making the right decision here. I think you're in way over your head.
AJ,
No,
I
like
fucking
he's
hate you.
Now that Maxwell's against you too, do you claim he's being influenced as well? How are you any different from your criticism of Renan? The second someone goes against you, you say they're not in their right mind.
You changed your mind out of nowhere.
Did I?
Yes, you did.
Let me see. If that's your story, then go with it. From the start, I've always wanted what's best for my family.
You try to bite his tongue down again, if that's okay.
I'm telling you, this is not what's best for your family.
I don't think you know anything.
You think there won't be a cost to helping him?
I'll look over at Alaric. Can I try to see what his eyes convey?
His eyes are locked.
Oh, I thought they were all to move.
They're they were, but now they don't seem to move. They just seem to be locked in place.
Did Renan say it out loud that he knows Bernard is under control earlier?
He
Yeah,
said
he did.
He said
he
he
did.
knew that there's some sort of influence on him. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I would say, Bernard, take the action. Then we'll know if Renan can handle being emperor.
Take the action in regards to doing, like, accepting the deal.
I don't know if I'm not aware of what instructions were given to Bernard, right? I just know he's not himself. He's under he's being compelled.
Basically, he's being compelled to work with Alaric, who is the one that did all this to his family in the first place.
Do it. Do it, Bernard. If Renan is who he says he is and can do what he says he can,
Bernard, if you work with him to bring your family back, he's just gonna do the same thing again. And this time it's going to be you stuck in there with them. You're
Can she
going to
make
put this man into power that used his power last time to hurt your family. You're gonna bring them back to life just so he can do it again? You're gonna put them through that again?
Is she able to make a persuasion check or something? Or no?
Can I
Probably
I'll
not.
say again.
Because if not, Bernard will respond.
I'll say he has no. Alexander cannot. I'll say when Alexander says to you, you know, you can feel yourself being like tear apart. You're literally conflicted, but you know what you signed. You know.
I didn't know we'd do this.
You know what would happen as a result.
Brennan, you said it
Do it.
yourself. You've made mistakes in the past.
Just do it.
I'll do it.
I'll try to peel bite down on his tongue again.
Yeah, that DC is going up, bro. So you have to. You need
Do
more.
what you're compelled to do.
I'll try. I'll just try. I'll try. I mean, what else can I do? I'll just try to bite down on my tongue again, if that's okay.
I'm gonna say no.
Renan.
You're gonna say no?
Mm-mm.
Renan. You want to rule this city? You want my loyalty, the loyalty of everyone else that I have influence on? Banish Alaric. Send him to another plane. I know you can do it. Send him away. He doesn't deserve to be in the same universe as us.
Denying
He will
everything,
poison and taint everything around him.
denying everything your friend is asking for.
You don't know him. You don't know us. You don't know what we've been through.
Again, I don't need to know to see what he is talking about, and you are not hearing it.
Well, Brennan, is that
I'm not
attack?
hearing it because what he's saying is not something that he would say.
Oh, Brennan, is that
Did you not hear what I just said? You think he should bring his family back so they can undergo the same scientific experiments again, be tortured again, and then die again. That's what will happen.
Brennan, is she not making the same mistakes you made with your ancestors? Is she not learning from your past? She's as stupid as she was stupid. Free Alaric, I'll kill the cat.
I suppose.
Renan, send him away. Any influence will fade if he's not on this plane, correct?
That's true, but
And if it turns out that when he is gone, that Bernard still feels the same way, then bring him back, and I will accept that I am wrong.
if Alaric is banished,
Yes.
you do understand that it's not permanent.
I don't care. While he is gone, the influence will be gone. And then we will know.
Send to a different plane, like what I was trying to do earlier.
The banishment spell.
Oh, banishment. Okay.
Bernard will oppose Renan.
Yeah, do it.
You allow corruption in the council. You're not fit to rule.
Do what you're compelled.
Whose side are you on? Boquin. That's
Okay,
crazy.
Do it.
That's my opposition of.
Brennan,
Kennedy.
that is the only way we can test. It's not permanent, as you say.
He thinks
That
to
make it-
himself for a moment.
What if the Archbishop is also compelled the entire time?
He's going to snap his fingers. Gonna say to Bernard,
Like music,
we'll see.
suspenseful music.
We'll see if you change.
Okay.
Please, I need this.
And he is going to cast a spell. So I'm only giving this one opportunity now. Those with Arcana 17 automatically recognize the spell. Otherwise, you can try to identify it.
With
Or
an
passive Arcana
Um,
17 or higher.
Counter spell. No.
Yeah,
Baby,
I was
15,
thinking about it.
baby, 15.
I do have 17.
I have 17.
Thangus,
I
are you gonna
roll.
roll? Yeah, you can roll.
Yeah, he's curious. He's more curious about what's gonna happen, but it's more like a passive thing. Yeah, nope.
Okay.
No idea.
You don't know
Okay.
shit.
All right.
That's how he likes it.
Those that have Arcana 17 or have rolled above a 17 with their Arcana check would know this is going to be the teleport spell, and he's going to snap his fingers and he's going to tell you, Bernard, let's see if you change in the near future. And he's going to teleport Archbishop, Alaric, and Bernard away.
Bye.
He
Oh.
sent them both together?
Both.
Mhm.
Oh.
Oh, where do we? Oh,
What?
Where do we go?
Maxwell,
Yeah,
are you with us?
I'm with Alarin. He is the one true ruler.
Not Alaric.
No,
And you don't think that Bernard should go with him? You shouldn't.
not
don't
unless it serves Alarin's aims.
I see.
Well,
I'm shooting myself.
now that those two are gone, I suppose I don't need the other one. And he's going to point his finger and kill Aldara. As Aldara's life is sucked away, unless Sangosir chooses to counterspell right now.
No, fuck no. He's
That would be
enjoying
most.
this.
That would be
Okay.
most interesting.
All right.
Please.
He
Fuck.
just kills
He meant
Aldara
what
in
he
front
said
of us?
earlier.
Yep,
If
he kills
things
Aldara
interesting,
right in
he'll
front of
stick
you.
around.
Fuck. This shit's going down the shitter, man.
I mean, I know it's not going to do anything, but I pull out my bow and shoot.
He'll shield himself.
Yeah.
He says,
Hey, I can still crit.
that's true,
I'll
I guess.
Well, let's go.
Well, he'll say, now, I understand the response, but
You can't just kill whoever doesn't agree with you. Whoever might be a threat to your power.
that's not the issue. The issue is, prior to your arrival here, she and I did not meet eye to eye, and she intended to, well, oppose me. And I will allow it, but when they receive word of Aldara's death, I will let it happen.
So you will always just kill whoever opposes you.
No, just not her.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let them
haven't-
fight. I'll let them
You
fight for
haven't
their
changed
freedom.
at all from what you said you did to my ancestors. You just did the same thing again.
I'll let them fight for their freedom. But Aldara
Let them fight for their freedom.
had no place in this, well,
That
upcoming.
means she had to die.
Unfortunately, it will. I'd rather not have more casualties than expected. I understand her powers. I understand what she can incite.
And what are we even doing here? You've already won. None of us can stand up to you. Why are you even having this negotiation?
Because like I said, I still care for the denizens of this place. I just don't want any more needless deaths.
So, while Bernard's teleported, can he try something?
What?
I assume Alaric's still locked up.
No, he's no longer paralyzed when you're with him.
Do I still feel the compelled?
Yep. You can
If I
feel.
attempt to draw now and attack him, would I be able to?
Nope. You feel almost like those words, those compulsion is inscribed on your literal soul.
Does Alaric say anything to him?
I'm gonna roll 100. What do you say to Alaric, first of all, if you have anything to say?
So I feel compelled to help him, right? I don't have any animosity or anything like that.
Yes, you're compelled to help him.
Don't feel animosity.
I mean, you still feel animosity, but you are literally compelled to help him. You know that whatever, as a result of his indirect actions, that creates animosity for you, but you are compelled to help him.
I'm close to getting you out.
You have to repeat that. I didn't hear you.
I'm close to letting you escape the situation. You do something for me in return, won't you?
I will. I
You're
heard
doing
that
a
entire
lot.
conversation. You'll get what you want.
They all seem just like this.
Well, we don't get. Oh well. Aside from you, it seems we don't get everything we want. You seem to be the exception. Let's reconvene at the church. Someone is waiting for you after all.
You don't mean Fallen?
You'll just say nothing and walk forwards.
Answer me.
I'll stop him.
He'll just say to you, you'll have to see for yourself.
How far ahead were you guys planning this?
It's been a long time coming.
At least specifically in your plan, which is unfortunate to be involved.
That's out of the scope of my reach.
I'll look at the sword. I'll look at now.
Been in the palm of your fucking hands this whole time.
You'll just walk, and you feel compelled to walk with him. As we return back to the council, Alarin will say, to you all, well, the church will probably fight back still, and I kind of expected that, but how you want to approach it is up to you. He looks at you all. You look at Jin. I'll give you what you want in time, if you wish. If you still wish. But at least this plot is over. As Alarin looks at you all one more time. Well, at least I didn't need to modify your memories, and he looks at Sangusir. And we'll teleport you all away. Back to Alexandra's residence, and he says, I'll see you soon.
Ta-da! Was fun.
I'm shooting myself on live television.
So what? So Bernard's just not with us, right?
Yep.
Bernard has his part to fill out.
So you have Maxwell, Folkwin, Sangosir with you. Jin will not be there.
So everything we did was pointless. There's a madman on the throne now. And he's too powerful.
More could we
any of us
ask
to
for?
contend with.
Sorry.
Appears to be the case, yes.
When Renan killed Alexandra's ancestors, ancestors, were you there, Sanguisier?
During the murder? No, that was a surprise.
You were there and you let it happen.
No. I wish I was there. That would have been interesting to see.
Ah, that's good to know.
Nah, I was long asleep before that, I think. Who knows?
So what's the next move? We're
I don't know where
down.
we can go from here.
Yeah.
I don't see a way to fight him. All we can do, maybe, if we want to get anything done, I think we have to leave. We have to find powerful allies.
We should, or we could let the battle play out.
Oh, we definitely will do that. We'll let the battle play out here. We have to, if we're gonna get rid of Renan. Well, at least that's what I intend to do. I won't presume to force that quest upon you. But that's my goal now. I can't let this city, my family's home, I can't let it stay under the power of this man who will kill anyone that opposes him. who intends to play God over a city, an entire region, a continent? Where will it stop?
This
Who
is my
knows?
city too.
Will you help me?
This is my city too. I'll be right behind you.
I don't know where to start. I don't know who to find. But I know as long as we stay here, we're in danger.
Your ancestors knew Renan long ago.
They
Maybe
did, and they tried to stop him.
They have records of how that played out. And we can find a weakness somehow.
Maybe we go back to the tomb. That's a good idea.
Mm.
There was a library there, right?
Yes, the one that
The Rakshasa was using? Yeah.
I forget what language it was.
Yeah. Maybe we can find information there. Give us a place to start at least.
What about Bernard?
I don't even know where he is.
And Jin.
I don't know what Jin's goals are. Jin is here, right?
No.
Nah.
Oh.
We should get new mercs.
New mercs. Yeah, true. I think we need to figure out what we're gonna do first. Before we pull anyone else in that...
Maybe this one is faster. And Fokwin looks at Zanguizir. You want something interesting to happen, right?
Of course.
What could be more interesting than not having Renan and Alaric become emperor, but
What's more
somebody
interesting
else?
than rebellion?
Could be fun. But like you said, he's a madman. Who knows what he could do? I'll see how it goes.
All right, we won't count on your help then.
No.
You can see yourself out of my house.
That's it.
You can depend on mine and Victor's support.
I'm glad to have it. This did not go well. But I don't think we knew the forces we were contending with. Now that we know what we're up against, we can properly prepare.
Yes.
As you set a sight for the future, an uncertain one, you will find that Jin, you find yourself watching over the city as it burns and chaos ensues. But with a message in your hand. Scroll. And all it will say is contact me when you're ready. And it is signed by Renan. And
Who got that?
Me.
Jin.
Oh, okay.
Other than that, with both otherworldly things and up ahead, as well as on the planet you're on. It is very uncertain what will happen. But hope can still be instilled. On that note, that is where we're going to end this campaign.
Damn.
Do we see Bernard come back?
I won't say anything.
Can you DM me what happens, boy?
Nope.
No!
Yeah.
What a horrible.
I think we're gonna be revisiting this one at some point.
Who knows? Who knows?
Oh man, what
Wait,
a
so-
horrible.
All right, I'm
So
ending the
was Jin,
stream.
like-
Goodbye.